Okay, hi everybody. Sorry about that. My computer all of a sudden booted me out of Chrome, so I lost video and all that. So I hope you can join back up. Um, as I was saying, sorry you guys got kicked out of my live video, so come on back in and join me again here for a few minutes. Okay, what was I talking about? I'll just give another minute or two for people to come back on. Gotta love it when technology kicks you out of your Facebook Live video. It happens. It's 40 degrees here today, you guys. You might think that's cold. Actually, it feels like spring. My kids were outside all day yesterday, ice skating and playing on the lake, and then it's just been super nice out here. So we are enjoying the sunshine and the nice weather. All right. So in November of 2017, after I spent hours or maybe days setting up my website, since again, I didn't know what I was doing and I did it all by myself. Going back, I would probably pay someone to set up my website because I don't think it looks that great. And I spent so much time doing it. So if you're just starting out and you have some extra money, maybe consider having an expert set up your website if you don't know what you're doing, like me. Okay, so in November, I wrote my first blog post and I was really scared about sending it out. I was afraid people weren't going to say anything. I was afraid people were going to think I was crazy. I was afraid people weren't going to care. But I just wrote about from my heart about how I've always wanted to publish a book and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to run a Kickstarter campaign. And here's my business, my Facebook business page. Here's my Instagram account. Please come along for the ride. And then I hit send, and man, I was nervous. I sent it out to all my email contacts. I put it on Facebook, and I had a ton of support right away. Like people were like, wow, good for you for following your dreams. I've always wanted to do that, and I haven't done it. And so, but I did that in November. Like I said, I did it. I should have done it earlier, but I just was getting everything set up. But don't wait until you publish your book to get your community and your audience going. Do it as you're going. People want to be along for the ride. So December, January were spent getting ready to kickstart this book. So I had magnets made for this book too, and I gave one to everybody I know. I made flyers and put them all around town with little tabs you could tear off. This one's about dental health, so I called dentist office, and I got support from local dentists. Gosh, what else did I do? It was just a crazy month. I stopped at local dentist, called, emailed. Oh, I called and emailed TV stations and newspapers, and I went on WCCO with my daughter Candy, which was a blast because I've never been on TV before, so that was really cool. A local cable station came to my house and videoed me talking about my book. And again, yes, I was nervous. I felt like I was going to puke. Like when I went on WCCO on live TV, I was just like, I honestly, I didn't want to do it. And I thought about canceling, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to cancel doing this because this is a great opportunity. So I just asked people, what are you going to ask me? They told me. I took some deep breaths. I practiced what I was going to say. And then I just went on and faked it. And I tell people, I'm an introvert, okay? I'm friendly and people think I'm outgoing, and I guess I am, but it drains me, and I'd rather sit at home and by myself, which is really weird because I'm a teacher and whatever. But anyway, so for me, going on TV and even being Facebook Live in front of you guys is not a comfortable place for me. But I did it anyway, and I faked it. And I faked it. And actually, it was really fun. So how I got it, I have about 2,500 subscribers on my website right now. When I did my first Kickstarter, I had 50. How I got those is I offered the early bird discount with this book, and people subscribed to my website, and those people got the book for cheaper. Last year when I kickstarted this book, I think I had maybe 300 subscribers or 400. Now I have 2,500. And some of the ways that I've created that community, I post on Instagram and Facebook every day or every other day, and I try to post relevant, good material that's about my books or kids or being an author. I support a lot of other authors. whenever I go to events, I bring along a notebook and I say, hey, and my next, and I ask people, and I don't want to do it, but I tell people my next book's coming out in February. If you subscribe to my website, I'll send you an email to get a discounted copy. And 99% of the people are like, oh yeah, I would love to, and they sign up. And I don't send a ton of emails. Maybe once a month I'll send an email out, not even. Because I don't like getting all those emails either. So I try to keep it not very many. So I get a lot of email, I get a lot of people subscribing from events. When I do school visits, I send an order form home, and on the order form, there's a spot for parents to give me their email address if they want news on my next book. So a lot of parents will sign up too that way, and I enter those in manually. I did a SurveyMonkey where I did some research for my next book on screen time, and there was a spot in the survey to put in your email address if you're interested in getting a discount, and I got like 900 emails when I did that. Okay. Let's see, Indiegogo. What do you think about Indiegogo children's books campaigns? Yeah, Indiegogo is good. So the difference between Indiegogo and Kickstarter is the ways that they're the same are they're both crowdfunding. So basically you have a project, you have a book, you have a movie, you have a game, you have something that you created that you want to get made, an invention, anything like that. You don't have the funds to get it made. You want people to help you, basically people to support you and get that made. So you can create a campaign on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. And some people are kind of like, well, isn't that like GoFundMe? No, it's not. GoFundMe is a donation. Kickstarter and Indiegogo is more like people are investing in you. They're supporting your project, and in return they get something. They don't just do it. People can give you a donation through Kickstarter, but most people are going to do it and they're going to get something in return, like a book or an ebook or artwork or something like that. So the difference between Kickstarter and Indiegogo, the main difference is with Kickstarter, if you don't make your goal, you don't get any of the money. So if I set my goal at $8,000 and I set my time at 30 days, if I don't make $8,000 in 30 days, I don't get anything, and everybody's credit cards get refunded. And once you set your goal and once you launch your Kickstarter, you can't change it. So you really have to think about how much money do I need? And then based on my audience, based on my community, how much money do I think I'm going to be able to get in 30 days without being super annoying and bugging people? So for my first book, I set my goal at $4,000, mainly because I was nervous. I'm not a risk taker by nature. I'm more of one now because I've had to force myself to be, but this being my first book, I didn't know if anybody was going to buy it or support me. So I set the goal pretty low and I made it in 8 days. And then I was kicking myself because I should have set it higher, but you just don't know, because $4,000 just covered printing. It didn't pay for anything else. So I should have set it higher. So for this book, I set the goal at $8,000 because that covered illustrations and most of the printing. And I made it, but it was a lot of work. It was more work for this one because it was twice as much money. With Indiegogo, you can keep everything. So if I set you still have to set a goal. So if I set my goal for $8,000, but I only get $4,000, I still get to keep the $4,000. Now you might think, well, why would you even do a Kickstarter campaign when you can just do Indiegogo and there's no risk really? In my personal opinion, I believe that me using Kickstarter really lights a fire under me. If I'm on Indiegogo and I know that I don't have to reach my goal, I mean, yeah, I would work hard and still try to get pledges, but I feel like if my community knows that, oh my gosh, if she doesn't get her goal, she's not going to get anything. And if I know that, that presents me with a sense of urgency that I've got to get this done, and I'm going to hustle. I'm going to hustle like I've never hustled before, because I don't want to put all that work in and then not give me money. And so Indiegogo is a good place too. If you don't have Kickstarter, then yes, you should go through Indiegogo. And something I do with Kickstarter is when my campaign's over, I transfer it over to Indiegogo so that I can keep taking pledges. So if somebody's like, oh, I missed your Kickstarter campaign, but I still wanted to pre-order one of your books, they can go over to Indiegogo and get it from there. So I hope that answered your question. That was kind of a long answer. Hi, Debbie. I wish I was in Arizona right now. So we have a lot of family in Arizona. I'm in Minnesota. We have a lot of family in Arizona, and we were down there a few years ago, and my kids talk about Arizona, not joking, like every day. Debbie, I'm not joking. Every single day, Cammie's like, Mommy, can we go to Arizona this year? If I could go anywhere in the world, I just want to go back to Arizona. That's all I want to do. Arizona is my favorite place. So, and it's because we have family there. So anyway, that just put that little thing in there. Okay. Anybody else have any questions before I sign off, before my kids come up here and find me hiding away in the playroom? No? Okay, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And I'll check this, I'll post this to my Facebook page. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask and you weren't able to watch it live, you can ask me on there. And I do have the blog at stacycbauer.com, and I have written tons of articles about how I market the books, what I've learned, what I would not do again, what I would do again, and just advice that I would give to new authors. So this being an author has just been a dream come true for me. I love it so much. I love teaching too. Teaching is a passion of mine, and being an author is a passion of mine, and I'm just lucky that I'm able to do both. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching me on a Sunday afternoon right before Christmas. I know everybody's busy. And again, feel free to ask me anything. And don't forget to subscribe to stacycbauer.com to get your special price on my new book that's going to come out. I'm also going to share the book cover after Christmas. It's done, but I'm going to share it with you after Christmas. I'm really excited about that. Okay, bye everybody. Merry Christmas.